Salutations! I'm StereoLotus77, and we are back. I finally have internet access, sort of. It's temporary, but I have internet, so I'll be able to actually post a video, hopefully, for the foreseeable future. But today, we've got the Bearcat. I posted a poll a while ago, asking if people wanted to see a build that I posted short of return. And I got 2 replies. I'm doing it anyway. Just run in this Bearcat to go and obliterate Maliwan Takedown. It's gonna be super fun. Here are the items. So this is going to be an eraser-centric crit build with 10 in Headsman's Hand. So what's happening here is when I shoot from the Bearcat and it hits an enemy, usually the grenade will explode because it's a grenade, but not this time. What's happening is it pierces instead of exploding, causing the projectile to start bouncing on the ground, and then once its projectile lifetime dies or another enemy just runs into the projectile, I get a second explosion, which then that will kill other enemies. This build has been super fun. Here are the rest of the skill trees. None of them really significant. I mean, freezing people's always fun because I'm doing crit stuff. Yeah, this is the primary tree. This stuff's happening, and then movement speed. Movement speed equals damage. That's all blue tree is for this build. Let me pull up the music. Do y'all see what's happening over in Helldivers 2 realm of things? I feel, oh my lord, this is super loud. There we go. I feel really bad because, oh, I got shot in the toes. There we go. I was not paying attention and got shot in the toes. But I feel really bad for what's going on over there. It's like, I mean, I've been saying since before they released that the anti-cheat's the reason why I won't play that game. Freaking kernel level anti-cheat, why would I touch that game? But everybody else, like, now there's this PSN nonsense where they're requiring PSN and whatnot, and that's a whole drama thing. It's like, what the heck? My whole take on the PSN thing, though, is that it should have been a continued thing from day one instead of a paused thing, or to just not have it, because or like not have it be a requirement, because you've allowed people from other countries that can't access it to play. It's one of those coulda, shoulda, woulda, here's the solution to what today you can do. But nobody wanted to listen to me on launch, so I don't know why I'm thinking anybody would want to listen to me now. Because it's like, now is when people are also talking about the anti-cheat stuff. Because they're using the PSN thing as cover for their reasoning. Words! They're using the PSN thing as cover for their... well, they're using the cheating problems that they're having as cover for their PSN stuff. I'm just like, you literally have a kernel-level anti-cheat in your game, and you can't handle cheaters? Literally just give up on anti-cheat at that point, because you literally suck. Nah, I get the whole, like, legal thing, but it's also just like... you don't hear that kind of issue from other game devs very often, and I don't understand why it's a big deal if you just include a clause in your TOS about cheating. That's really the simple solution there. Occam's razor that. A lot of other companies do it all the time. And it gets most of the time it gets on my nerves because they're doing it in a stupid way, but just because of how they word stuff. But that is the simplest way to deal with that exact problem instead of requiring PlayStation to do all the work for you. The amount of times I've gone down is because of me not actually paying attention, not because of bad builds or bad weapon. Now, there is a reason why I have there's a reason why I'm still ADSing after I fire here. I'm running Iron Man Flint because that's the capstone of purple trait, which it's usually based on crit, but dot effects also apply. So if you apply a dot and while you're holding ADS, it also gets the benefits of Iron Man Flint. It's not just on crit. Like it says in the skill description. So it's like most of the time I'm not even using the splash from the Bearcat to do stuff. And there's some more gaming news that's going on. Like, what's up with the whole stellarblade censorship nonsense? I don't really know the whole thing to that. I've seen a couple of Demion videos, but I don't really know all what's going. Oh my lord, that's not good because there's like no way to go. Oh wait, maybe because the projectiles here don't. Oh my lord, I got really lucky being downed up there because the projectiles don't normally reach. And usually that's a death sentence getting down from this Valk. Can I like get a shield break proc? There we go. But this weapon I find is super fun with this setup. You know, I personally won't be playing stellarblade, not because it's a bad game or anything, but because I just don't have PlayStation and won't purchase a PlayStation, especially after the PSN nonsense with the Helldivers. Just like, no, it's not happening. I'm not purchasing a PlayStation. It's not worth it. It's not even that good of a system. Now, I might, and this is gonna sound stupid, I might get an Xbox, but not because it's a better system, but simply because I have games I want to play that have stuff like kernel level anti-cheats or DRMs that I just don't want to deal with, or dealing with like Blizzard TOS that I don't want to deal with, but I want to play one of their games. And so for me, I've kind of like mentally locked that behind getting a console, which then allows me to never get a console and never play one of those games that I don't support. Manipulating my own brain. It's beautiful. Oh wait, I should probably target you. Where'd you go? There we go. Get out this way. You know, I find it hilarious. It's like, Grums is like the guy who posts like all information on Twitter about video games that are doing something stupid. Like the moment Helldivers and the PSN stuff and all the stellarblade censorship stuff, Grums is on top of it. It's like everybody's using him as like a primary source for their information on X, or yeah. So it's like, what the heck? He's on it. Alright, bridge is sketchy. Just because of the quantity of BAs, especially shock ones, because I mean, like, the corrosive ones are super annoying too, but shock ones are, they put stuff on the ground very often, which causes the barrier to not protect me. I don't really have other ways of protection on this build other than lifesteal. And then with the death spheres, oh, and the barrels and all that. But it's like, and then with death spheres showing up, it gets complicated to stay alive up here. The goal really is to hit them while they're moving like that, because then you can hit them with a dot. You want to hit them while they're moving in a predictable straight line, or while they're doing their little spinny move. Or get lucky and hit them while they're trying to do other stuff. Now, a inadvertent consequence to this setup is Mantis Cannon is really strong because crit. So if I'll accidentally hit a couple guys in the head with it and insta-kill them, so my apologies on that front. It's not intended for me to cheese it with the Mantis Cannon, okay? I say this like every time I use Mantis Cannon. Aw, no dot there. That's sad. Oh. I don't know what killed him, but we'll take it. Okay. Oh, that didn't hit. Let's see if these little tripwire hooks are also annoying. The nuances of survivability on Zane. Using a splash weapon with a racer is so much fun when they cluster up like that, because usually a racer only pierces up to 2 targets, but if there's like 4 guys lined up in a straight line and you hit it with a splash weapon, the AoE, even if it's a very small AoE, the AoE will typically just nuke all of the enemies. Or if you have like Headsplosion. A Headsplosion's a little less reliable in that front, but it is still able to do that if they're close enough. I dotted myself. That's not good. We're gonna try and hit you. I want you to break my shield. Okay, there we go. What build should I do next? I have a list. I'll pull it up once I clear this run. But there's a list of items that I got that I want to try out. We'll pull it up and ask a couple and see what y'all want. Just reply in the comments section, see which one you would want the most to see. Or heck, I mean, like, if you guys want, like, a character breakdown of another character, I'm down to do that, too. I play all the characters. I feel like when it comes to proficiency, Zane is probably one of my lower characters when it comes to general build making. So, I'm top with Flak. Like, Flak is #1 for me. Amara goes into that #2 slot. Mose is probably #3, and then Zane's probably last. When it comes to generalized build making, I could see an argument for Mose being my worst, but I also have my strongest build ever was a Mose build, so I do want to add a little credit to that. Nice, already done this thing. All right, so here's something interesting with Wotan's bottom half. If you can land a really nice crit while you have a racer on the brain, they just die instantly. Because then it constantly procs Headsplosion. Because, all right, so. And this was discovered with using the Breath of Dying, but if you hit the crack in the glass on Wotan's on the bottom half of Wotan, they just freaking die because they constantly proc the death effects. It counts as them dying if you hit them there, even if they don't die. And so you could pierce and kill using explosions or eraser and just absolutely nuke them with Guardian rank Hollow Point. Headsplosion's the sniper. I'm an idiot. Oh well. That would be a fun sniper to play with. But let me pull up my list here. It'd be this folder. This one. Alright. So, oh, I can cross this item off now. We've got the Dream Pixie, which is a data mined item. We have the Horizon, the Hand of Glory, the Dowsing Rod, the 7 Cents, TK's Wave, the Cutsman, and then I have running a Doppelbanger build. You know, like the Doppelbanger skill in Red Tree. Here, let me show you. Or this one. It's not a skill, it's an augment. Yeah, you get to deal 138,000 damage if you just blow up your clone that has a decently delayed time on it. But that's an interesting thing to do. And then all right, so this last one was a interesting idea that was given to me. So y'all know the Iridian gun, the gun, as people like to call it. It's the gun that you shoot iridium with, and it just shoots a whole bunch of guns out. The premise being that after every segment, so this Maliwan Takedown is broken into 4 segments, 4 primary segments. There is up to Kraken, the Valks, the bridge, and then Wotan. So after each segment, I have to take out the gun and get 4 new weapons and use them on the fly. It's like that sounds like a really cool idea. Although I feel like that should probably be at the tail end of things when it comes to build ideas for this game. just simply because of the concept I'd be using all sorts of different weapons and then just showcasing that I can use any weapon. So it wouldn't exactly be conducive to video quantity. But that's up to you guys. You guys tell me in the comments. What do you guys want?